kwa ukombozi wetu. Tujitoe wenyewe, tusimame pamoja kulinda uhuru na umoja wetu. Enyi Bwana na binti wa Afrika, mwili wa jua, mwili wa anga, tuifanye Afrika mti wa uzima. Tuungane sote, tuimbe pamoja, kuenzi shikamano hatima yetu. Tujitoe wenyewe kupambana pamoja, uhuru na umoja vitawale. Enyi Bwana na binti wa Afrika, mwili wa jua, mwili wa anga, tuifanye Afrika mti wa uzima. Tuungane sote na tujibidishe kutoa kilicho bora kwa Afrika, chimbuko la wanadamu, chemchemi ya utamaduni, tumaini letu wakati wa mafarakano. Enyi Bwana na binti wa Afrika, mwili wa jua, mwili wa anga, tuifanye Afrika mti wa uzima.
Let us make Africa the tree of life. You are watching us live here at Humanist TV Africa. We are called Humanist TV Africa. We are a registered charity, registered to do media work in the world. Today, as I speak, we have studios in Uganda, we have studios in Kenya, Zambia and Zimbabwe, studios in Ghana, Nigeria, Sierra Leone, UK and US, and we are growing every other day. My name is Katom Kasa, and of course in the studio is Dennis Bongwe to do the production. We are here to serve you as we empower each other. We learn from you as you learn from us. We intend to change the way things are, to empower people with better knowledge, better information about themselves, about their history, and inspire them to better use of their talents and develop and do better for the world we live in. I want to encourage you to please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Facebook, TikTok. Our name is Humanist TV Africa. Our website is still under the same name, Humanist TV Africa. Now today, I want to show you something very special. What are those tribes in Africa? Call them ethnic groups in Africa that make Africa special. The cultures, the ethnicities that make Africa special. Now, the program is Amazing Facts About African Ancient Cultures. This is episode 12. If you have missed our other episodes, please go into the playlist, check our episodes. Every episode in the playlist is going to be there. You're going to see this and more. This is episode 12 about the amazing facts about Africa. Now, look at this map of Africa. I'm showing you where these countries are and where these tribes are. Now, this map is going to give you a sign of the oldest civilizations in Africa. Have you heard about the Nubians? Have you heard about the Kushites? Have you heard about the Ethiopians, the Coptics? Have you heard about the Bantu? And of course, have you heard about the war of the Akan? Those are one of the amazing tribes, the amazing ethnic groups of people in Africa, but other history that have survived for the last 1,000 plus years. Now, let us look into this very fast. Look at this next image now. The Berbers. I will talk about the Berber people. The Berbers. Now, the Berber people from, for example, South Valley of Morocco. You have the Berbers in Senegal. You have the Berbers in much of West Africa. But now, today, I want to talk about the Berbers. Who are the Berbers? If you remember about the Moors, then you must have heard about the Berbers. They speak Zulu or Shiha. Then the other dialect, which is one of the tribes of the Masmuda Berbers in the medieval times. The Berbers have a history and a rich history that goes in medieval times. When you look about the Moors who went and occupied Europe, don't forget about the Berbers. 1711 AD, the Berbers, the Moors, the Ferengiz were very powerful people that occupied West Africa, and they have kept their tribes, they have kept their culture intact up to date. Today, I talk about the Berbers. Next, about the amazing facts about Africa is on your screen. Next, apart from the Berbers, we talk about the Kingdom of Kush. Do you know that there was a kingdom better than the Egyptian kingdom? No, you didn't know, because everyone talks about Egypt. None of them talks about the kingdom of Kush. Kush was rivaling the kingdom of Egypt. Kush was at one time better than the kingdom of the pharaohs. At one time, there was a kingdom of Kush, the Kushites. Now, the Kushites can be talked about as the Nubians of today. They had a better civilization, they had a richer civilization than the people in Egypt at one point. In fact, if you look at the history of the Kush, the Nubians, they built more pyramids than those that were built in Egypt. These people are called the Nubians today. They had a better civilization. They were rivaling with that of Egypt, or call it Kemetic Egypt. They lived in the same time zone. But this kingdom was called the Kingdom of the Kushites, the Kush. Now, the Nubians have a rich history. It is intertwined with the Arab civilization. In fact, this is one of the people, tribes, ethnicity that account for the civilization of the world. But all of us talk about Egypt and Kemet, and we forget the kingdom of the Kushites. They were stronger, they were powerful, they were very innovative, the Kushites. Now, for thousands of years, they thrived in the region of Nubia, along the Nile River, in present-day northern Sudan, and of course southern Egypt. They covered northern Sudan and southern Egypt, and of course you can see them in Uganda, you can see them in Kenya, you can see them in other countries in Eastern Africa, and we can also see them in part of Central Africa today, the Kushites, the Nubians, as we want to call them. Now, these Nubians, if you look at it, their civilization, the Nubian civilization, known for its advanced culture and trade, coexisted with ancient Egypt, call it Kemet. They lived in the same time zone, same timeline. But you talk about Egypt and you forget about the Kushites. Now, today, I want to give you the Kushites. Now, the Kushites were special. Why? Because of their trade and the art and culture. They had a strong culture, they had a strong trade, and they had very intelligent people, the Nubians. Now, with significant influence and interaction between the two societies, Egypt, ancient Egypt, called it Kemet, and the Kushites, Africa was progressing. The kingdom of the Kush is one of the earliest African states and was a major power in the region and was known for its wealth. The Kushites were richer. They had gold, they had diamonds, they had the beautiful art and architecture. They built pyramids, comparing them with the pyramids in Egypt. As Egyptians were building pyramids, the Kushites were building pyramids. But people don't talk about Nubians. People talk about the Egyptians. They were the Nubians. Nubians were there, building whatever the Egyptians were building. In fact, sometimes better than the Nubians. Better than the Egyptians. They were rivaling them. They were competing with them. So the Nubian people contribution to our civilization can never be understated. It includes impressive monuments and, of course, unique history, art, and culture. Today, I bring to you the kingdom of the Kush. Let us look at another amazing fact about Africa. Of course, Kushites, you can see them on your screen. Very, very beautiful people there. The Kushites, some of the most beautiful women come from the Kushites, the Nubians. Their culture is very strong and they're very proud of their history. Now, some of the major tribes I can talk about today are the Maasai tribe of Kenya, I'll be showing you photos, and Tanzania, the Karo tribe of Ethiopia, the Hamba tribe of Northwest Namibia, the Xhosa tribe of South Africa, the Samburu tribe of Northern Kenya. Of course, we have others I'm going to be indicating in this very show. Let us continue. We have the Somali culture as one of the most strong cultures in the world, are the Somalis. Try them and see. Try them and see. You will prove that Somalis trust their culture. They don't want to mix their culture with anything else. They are the only people in that part of the Horn of Africa that respect their culture strictly to the dot. The Somalis, their culture is stronger than what you may think about. Let's look at other cultures. The Tutsi in Rwanda, the Tutsi in Uganda, the Tutsi in, of course, Congo, Burundi. The Tutsi also have a powerful culture. They don't let go. The Tutsi, wherever they go, we call them the Rwandese. They are the people that are proud of their culture. They keep it. They keep their culture. Whatever you see, the Tutsi will keep their culture intact, including intermarriages within themselves. Those are the Tutsi. They keep their culture intact. Now we have the Xhosa of South Africa. They love their culture. If you have been watching South African music, which I do watch and love, you are going to be with me to say that the Xhosa people love their culture, love their tradition. Their women, their men love their culture. The way they wear, their songs are energetic, full of historical innuendos, full of livelihood, full of love and power, and of course vibe. Those are the Xhosa people. We find them in Southern Africa, not only South Africa, but Southern Africa. We see the Xhosa people right there with a strong culture. Then we see the Tarok people of our friend Nandepu Bongfa. Yes, it has been identified as one of the people with the strongest culture in Nigeria. The Tarok people are Bantu people, by the way, but are in Nigeria. They're part of Bantu stock people. Remember, Bantus came from South Africa and spread all over Africa. The Bantu, the Tarok, are part of the Bantu. Now, when you look at the cultures of Africa that keep their traditions, a grandmother transfers their beauty, their culture to the child. This is what the Samburu people do. This is what the Baganda people do. This is what all other cultures do, from grandmother to granddaughter. They transfer their knowledge. Now, these are the Zulu people, the Xhosa people. I told you, guys of West Africa, you know these women. You know how they love their culture, how they love their attire, and how they flaunt it out. These are the Xhosa people of Southern Africa. You can see they love their culture. Of course, how about Ethiopia? The Kushites, CU, not KU. That's what they call the Kushites, the Afar Kushites of Ethiopia, Eritrea, and Djibouti. Don't mix the Kushites or the Nubians, the Kush Empire, and the Kushites. The Ethiopians have the Kushites, Cushites, the Kushites of Ethiopia, Eritrea, Djibouti, Aramalik, Adam. These people love their culture. I've been to Ethiopia. I should tell you, the Kushites, the Afar people of Ethiopia, love their culture. The way the women dress, the way the men dress, the way they decorate themselves. It shows you one thing. These guys really love their culture. These people, the Kushites, they have a rich history. Of course, we all know that motherhood, and of course, people of Africa, the women there give us the first humanity coming out of Africa. And of course, we give them credit as part of our DNA, as part of our history. In fact, do you know that Egyptians will never make you a pharaoh without knowing your mother? Egyptians, people of Kemet, always looked at your mother before they made you a pharaoh. They never considered your father. They always looked at your mother because your mother defines your DNA. That's how it was done in Africa. They were sure that your mother is your mother. They were never sure whether your father is your father. So they could also look at the woman first to give you a kingdom. They could always look at you, the mother. The Chaga people of Tanzania are another kind of culture that is stronger. When you talk about strong cultures in Africa, you bring out the Chaga, the Maasai, the Kushites, and then the Kushites of Ethiopia. Then we look at the Mundari tribe of Southern Sudan. The Mundari also have a beautiful legacy of a culture. You will never take it away from them. They have those tribal marks, as we're going to be seeing them in other photos right here. The Mundali, of course, the Dinka, and the other tribes of southern Sudan. These are Nubians, partly, and of course, they have the rich culture. When I talk about Nubians, I talk about the Kush Empire, the kingdom of the Kush. The Maasai warriors are known for their proud culture. Go to Kenya, I've been to Kenya, you look at them walking freely in the streets or on the streets of Nairobi. You will see Maasais walking like that. That's how they breathe. They walk freely in their attire. These guys love their culture. Tell me in Uganda, how many times do you see Baganda walking with their kanzus and whatever, and mbugo and backcloths on the streets of Uganda? Anyway, in Kampala, we never see them walking with their mbugo or whatever it is to show that they are Baganda. But the Maasai people, the Kushites, the Nubians always want to show you that this is what we are. There's those people from Africa, they'll show you this is what we are. Now, the tribal marks of southern Sudan, the Dinka, and of course other tribes always show it to you. But look, for us, this is who we are. They have these tribal tattoos all over themselves. And they are very specific because each tattoo you see there has a story, has a history, has a clan, has a family. They will identify you going by the tattoo mark on your body. These are tribal marks, and you have no choice. You get them because you belong to the Dinkas, because you belong to this tribe. This is how they define themselves, and it makes them a special kind of people in Africa, a people that love their tribes. Now we have these people, so important, the San people. These are one of the oldest tribes in the world. The San people. They are found in Southern Africa. One of the oldest tribes in the world are those guys there. They are so few that history shows that there are about 100,000 left of these people. These people are Asiatic African in composition. When you look at them, they look like Chinese, but they are Africans. These people are about 100,000 left in the whole world now. And they should be guarded like something to treasure about our history, because humanity comes from these people. They have a DNA that is so original. Of course, we see the Maasais, right there, the Sambulus in Kenya. They also love their culture. Today, the show is about people who love their cultures and will show it to you. We have seen the San people of Southern Africa. They go like that. Of course, we have the Karamojongs in Uganda. We have the Karamojongs in Uganda. They are like the San people in Southern Africa. They also love their culture. Of course, we have the Xhosa women, part of the Nguni group of Southern Africa. These guys love their culture. If you go to Southern Africa and find a Nguni woman or the Xhosa, trust me, you'll know that these guys love their culture, the way they dance, their songs. Now go to Ethiopia. Ethiopia has a tribe. We call them the nomads of Ethiopian people. Can be seen in Addis Ababa, Tara, Bana, Dozin, Hama, Konso village. These people practice this kind of practice. You can imagine they have these plates, put them in their kind of mouth, and they are showing you that this is our culture. When you dig deeper, you know it has a meaning, it has a significance. It may look weird to you, but to them, it's part of their history. It's part of their culture. And they are proud of stuff. Now, when you go to Mali, you are going to be this interested to know that this woman you see, this beautiful lady right there in Mali, they use cowrie shells to decorate themselves. Or you, when you go to salon and say put this and that, for them, they can go to salon and say put cowrie shells on me. And they make hair out of it. It's part of their tradition. Mali women also love this kind of culture, and they are stuck with it. Now, lastly, and so important, we look at Burkina Faso as the people who love painting. These paintings go back to 1,000 years ago. When you go to Burkina Faso, a place called Faso Tebel, this is traditionally these are, as you see the diagrams, images, traditionally painted mud village of the Gurunsi people in southern Burkina Faso. The paintings on their houses have always been a women's job to do. Now, women actually do this painting. You see how beautiful they are. This piece of work is done by women. They have been trained by their foremothers, grandmothers, how to paint this house. Look at how beautiful this house is. And these are women that do this kind of art. Now, they love their culture, they love their art in Burkina Faso. The tribe right there in those villages of Gurunsi and others. Look at this woman from, of course, Uganda, how they decorate themselves, how they love all these tattoos and all that. Now, it shows you that, of course, tribes in Africa, people in Africa are very expressive. They love their colors. And of course, there is a fashioning competition among the people in Sudan, the Nubian as a whole. There's a specific tribe that actually has a fattening competition. People go a month to eat nothing else but fermented milk and get big stomachs, big bellies, bigger chests, big whatever, and then they go for a competition and sing. Whoever has the biggest stomach wins the competition. It's called the fattening competition among a tribe within Sudan. Now, of course, when you go to Turkana, Maasai, parts of Kenya, you'll be surprised to find women kissing because part of their culture allows it. Don't be discouraged and say, oh, what are they doing? It's part of their culture for women to kiss one another. They'll never kiss a man, but they'll kiss a fellow woman. Now, these are cultures that are so amazing about Africans. They may look outdated to you, maybe, but they are treasured in many of these African societies where they are practiced. It makes them unique. They're amazing in a way. Go back, search about them, and find a way to either promote them if they are good or discourage them if they are bad. Today, we are not promoting anything, we're not discouraging anything, but we are simply showcasing to you what makes Africa special. Some of it is people stuck in their cultures. It may be good, it may also be a negative. But for now, we shall take it as something that you should be aware about. If you go to Africa, some people love their cultures here. And we have just seen some of the amazing culture practices in Africa. Thank you for watching, and please keep subscribing to Month TV Africa. See you in the next one.